Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A balmy 18 degrees outside. Just the right type of weather that you want to work on a vehicle in. And wouldn't you know it, the old Ford's broken down. Well, not quite broken down so much as fallen down. The one shock tower apparently rusted in half. Now I can hear the laughs now. Everybody, making fun that the old beater truck's broken down, but, well, I'll still take this over a car payment any day. And besides, who doesn't love wrenching on a truck out in the cold? That lack of a car payment's going to keep me warm inside. I mean, you need things like this to make you appreciate, transportation getting you to where you want to go. It's not a victory every day when you make it to work if you don't always come close to not making it. So we noticed the front end sitting a little bit lower than normal, not just sitting in a pothole. Well, here we are. Kind of hard to tell from that angle, but that whole bracket there had shifted upwards, and you can see where it was rubbing on the inner fender well. And the shocks were bottoming out on the frame, and all sorts of good stuff was happening. Yeah, it's a little bit frosty. You shouldn't be able to move this by hand. Basically, right along the back side there, all the dirt kind of fell in, and I think it kind of rusted it, weakened it to the point that the whole thing just shifted back. Well, we seem to have backed ourselves into a corner. Got your one-way wrench stuck the wrong way. Well, that's pretty legit. Alright, spring's out. Time to bend that thing back into shape. Now, I'm sure this method is recommended in the Ford Motorcraft manual. Well, here is the Wednesday night at 10 p.m. fix. A couple pieces of scrap bar here. We just have them tacked up, but we're stringing them directly from the frame up to the top of the spring bucket. Now, granted, it's not huge heavy steel, but when you put that in strict tension, I think that ought to do the job for quite a while. I mean, it's a lot better than the air support that was holding it before. And there we go. Got rid of the port side list. So as usual, another round of intensive truck maintenance makes you question your sanity. And you have to ask, why would you insist on still driving an old piece of crap truck? Well, I mean, the obvious first answer is it's a lot cheaper than buying something new. Older vehicles are often simpler, and thus that makes them easier to repair when they need it. But most of all for me, I think it's just sort of a mission to try and prove that you can. Old vehicles are, said to be unreliable and, uncomfortable and all that kind of stuff, but heck, they were daily drivers when they were new, and they can still be daily drivers now. I mean, that's not to say that you don't need a whole lot more preventative maintenance and, keeping a close ear to those strange noises that you're hearing to see if it's just something annoying or if it's something that's going to leave you sitting on the side of the road soon. I mean, people have told me my whole life, one day you're going to want a nice new car. And thus far, I've been able to prove them wrong. So just, try and tell yourself and remember all these things the next time you're out getting frostbite or, sitting on the side of the road trying to fix something with some baling wire and zip ties, We're having fun. And we're not paying a car payment. Don't trust it if it's not rusted.